Hello, this is Low Power. I'm gonna do a basketball video. I just want to do this video. This is a video I'm doing for the Shaq haters. Everyone who knows me knows I'm a big Shaq fan. I just want to do this video because I be getting discussions about Shaq with people. I just realized how people don't want to give him the credit he deserves. It seems that now that he's on the tail end of his career, people want to pile on and act like the guy been garbage his whole career and he haven't been really that good and all that stuff. And people have forgotten how dominant Shaquille O'Neal was. I mean, at LA he won 3 straight championships. First of all, let's start at the beginning of his career. He was dominant from the get go. He was a guy who was going to give you from the get go. His first 12 years in the league, he was going to give you more than 26 points a game, more than 12 rebounds a game, and give you like 3 blocks a game. That's domination, plain and simple. Period. Now, the difference between what he did, like when he was in Orlando, he was dominant. One year he averaged 29.3 points. In LA, when they won the championship his first year, he had his career high in scoring. He had, I believe, his career high also on rebounds, I believe, or his second most rebounds. And he averaged like 3 blocks a game. And he did this all while garnering more attention from opposing defenses than any player I ever seen. Now you may say Michael Jordan, or I might say Michael Jordan, but even when he was in Orlando, he didn't garner as much attention from opposing defenses as he did with LA because he stepped up his aggressiveness on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. And the way teams reacted to that was to throw basically their whole team at him. And when I say that, I'm not exaggerating. He saw double teams, he saw triple teams, and even when he got the ball, what happened was Shaq warped the way the other team played defense. What I mean by that, when you think of warp speed, what is happening is that the object movement is pulling space towards him. So this is what happened when teams played against Shaquille O'Neal. When he got the ball, when the ball is set like I'm Shaq and I get the ball here, the defense moves in like this. The whole defense sags. Even when he ain't got the ball, they're sagging on him. The entire defense. And the point is not that nobody ever saw that. It's just that this was the regular way to guard Shaquille O'Neal. Night in, night out. And even in the playoffs, it was stepped up. Shaquille O'Neal saw more double teams, more triple teams than anybody I ever seen. Now let's speak on Akeem Olajuwon. Did Akeem Olajuwon see a lot of double teams? Oh yeah. Did you see triple teams? Oh yeah. Did you see more than Shaq? No. Plain and simple. Now let's put it like this. Let's say like in the game you get 75 possessions. I would say Shaq might see a double team on those possessions maybe 40 times. Akeem might see it 30 times. That's 10 more double teams Shaq will see a game. Not saying Akeem didn't see a lot of double teams. That's a lot of double teams. But Shaq saw more. And they both put up basically the equal numbers. Regular season, Shaq put up better numbers. Akeem's was a little better in the playoffs. But like I said, he saw more attention. If Shaq gets and even if you go back and you watch the series that they played against each other, which is funny, I got a video where it responds to the Shaq versus O'Neal video put up by Wilton, Kansas. And it's obvious anybody watching the video, you see in the comment section, that Shaq is seeing a double team every time he get the ball, while Akeem was basically guarded one-on-one. It's obvious. But then you get these Akeem lovers that deny it for whatever reason. But anyway, Akeem, great player. He outplayed Shaquille O'Neal at that time. But my only point is this, that the difference between them in scoring was the biggest difference. And the biggest difference, the reason why, was because Hakeem had more scoring opportunities because Shaq saw more double coverage. Plain and simple. Real simple, Real simple premise, not taking anything away from Hakeem, but just putting it in the right perspective. And if people remember correctly, after that, Shaq challenged Hakeem to a one-on-one match. And when they put the odds in on the one-on-one match, Shaq was a 2-1 favorite. Why? I think that's because if you're gonna have a one-on-one game, you gotta take out the fact that you gotta look at the fact that he wasn't gonna have teammates around him, Hakeem Olajuwon, so it wouldn't be no double team. So I think that's why Vegas had Shaq favored, because one-on-one King can't do nothing with him. Plain and simple, no problem. But anyway, other things about Shaq, people talk about Shaq not being clutch. Okay, Shaq was, what's clutch? If you want to say clutch is just making a last-second shot or having last-second flurries or scoring like 20 points in the fourth quarter alone, Shaq don't have those things in his arsenal. Even though, if you want to say if you clutch though, making good defensive plays down stretch, Shaq does have those. Shaq stole the ball from Scottie Pippen and dunked in the Eastern Conference. In the semifinals in the Eastern Conference playoffs to put the Chicago Bulls out the playoffs when they had Michael Jordan on the team. Shaq did that. Shaq blocked a couple shots down stretch against Houston, against Dallas. Shaq did those things. Shaq made good plays against Portland down the stretch, blocking shots. Shaq down the stretch hit his free throws in Game 7 against Portland and Game 7 against Sacramento. In the playoffs, in the finals against New Jersey Nets, Shaq hitting all his free throws. Okay. So, but when you talk about clutch, clutch ain't just hitting last-second shots. Clutch is just playing good down the stretch or playing great in big games. And Shaq played great in a lot of big games. He played great against the Pistons in the big game in the Eastern Conference Finals. He played great in the playoffs, period. In the 3 years, he won the championship with the LA Lakers. He averaged like 29.8 points a game in the playoffs. That means he went through 4 series, 3 straight years, and after that averaged 29.8 points. In the first 2 years, he averaged 30.5. In his first year, he averaged 30.8, and that's with all that what the other teams was throwing at him. So he's played great. Yes, sometimes Kobe had to pull him through. Yes, Kobe pulled him through. Yes, he needed Kobe, but so what? He played awesome. How about the other 3 quarters that when Shaq would carry the team? Does that matter? It's a 48-minute game. The last 2 minutes aren't the only part that count. The last quarter is not the only quarter that counts. So he played great in big games. He did. In the playoffs, that's real. All you gotta do is go back and look. Shaq also made free throws, and then one series where he actually didn't play well. He didn't play well against Dallas, but I think it's Game 5, Game 4 when they went to overtime in the clutch situation. They put him on the free throw line. He made his free throws. Dirk Nowitzki was 90% free throw shooter, missed his free throws. Shaq plays good in the clutch. He's not as good as Kobe. He's not on their level when it comes to making clutch shots and stuff. I give that, but to say he's not clutch at all is just false. Now, and you're not giving him credit. The dude was very successful. He played great. Hakeem Olajuwon didn't make all his free throws in the clutch. He missed some too. He only won 2 championships, so that's like 16 more years where he didn't come through in the clutch. But anyway, in defense, Shaq played great defense when he was in LA. When Phil got there, he already played all right defense. But then when Phil got there, he made him play better defense. He was aggressive on the defensive end, and he locked up the paint. Teams didn't even challenge him much in the paint because they didn't have much room down there with Shaq down there stepping up and being aggressive. That's what actually happened. Shaq wasn't a good poster pick-and-roll defender, but he played great defense when they won championships. That's just the truth. All right, peace.